We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain. 4.
Patrick Onwuasor on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing, Bridgewater. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield. They came up empty.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold eluding the pressure right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Darnold to his tight end, Herndon. First down, New York.
37-yard line.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
First and 10, Darnold. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. That's two really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 82 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Got a man. It's Berrios complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. His throw incomplete. Denzel Mims, the rookie, the intended receiver there. But it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A shotgun snap for Darnold, escaping the pressure right. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Browns 7.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darnold to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
It's 4th down.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started, and they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They had no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Bridgewater on 1st down. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Chubb on 2nd down and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Browns.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Chubb on the counter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
A first down throw, Darnold, flush to his right. He'll air this one out for Mims, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
4-yard line.
Darnold on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold Flushed out right. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
At the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Out right here to Herndon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Roberts now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson.
Stupid, man. Gotta make that fucking play, dog. Fuck you swatting at it for if you ain't gonna fucking grab it, man.
Should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's gonna make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
That shit worked too fucking good on this game, man.
But not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And that
Come on.
Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So I'm going to do this shit all the way down the field. Okay.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing again is Darnold. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Again, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
Come on,
and
man. That nigga coughed that up.
As they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go with Johnson. And he's in.
Okay.
Touchdown, Jets.
Oh, man.
Johnson with touchdown number 23 here on
That's
the
on me.
year. And the Jets have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. They run. Chubb. tackle made by Foley Fadukasi, the former UConn Husky.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater now. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
14.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb.
Fuck, keep going to the outside, Keys. That was stupid to cut back.
But this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a
that was so
1-yard
stupid.
loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit.
Damn, that was stupid.
On that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater.
Come on, Bridgewater.
The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And it brings up 4th down.
I'll keep it field goal. Fuck it. A lot of game left.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 27, Darnold. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Shit.
Off by Buster Screen. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. That's out to Chubb.
Come on, Chubb, you got to break that.
He will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his
Man, come on.
Defensively
Shit.
well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, the offensive
Oh, man.
he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Fourth down. Bridgewater. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Chubb. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And again, it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Browns are back in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Under pressure.
Good shit, Miles.
He goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down.
Now my dude hurt. Oh, man, wow for that.
They can defend here on third down.
Chubb looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. To return is Roberts, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Off of play action, Darnold steps away.
Come on, bruh.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 40.
I'm really getting tired of that bullshit, man. That shouldn't, like, shit fucking take no fucking skill, man.
Get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now Darnold. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Darnold forced out to his left. He's got this one completed to Mims. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Darnold doing jump passes now.
Now here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Good fucking throw. Good throw.
Touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this this one right here gave up, because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Okay. He is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets double, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. We'll drop this one down to Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. A give. This is Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he is in for the score.
Let's go! Shut your bitch ass up, Christian. Simon, weak ass niggas.
In overtime.
Let's fucking go, man.
Game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cleveland, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next.